Assalamualaikum. My name is Dr.Sumera Abbasi, and we'll be studying regarding bones today. So our objectives are definition of a bone, their functions, and classification of bones. So what is the bone? It is the dense, semi-rigid, porous, calcified connective tissue forming the major portion of the skeleton of most vertebrates. It consists of a dense organic matrix and an inorganic mineral component. And the function of the bones include the support, protection, and movement. It gives shape to the body. It supports body weight. It protects brain, spinal cord, abdominal viscera. It provides surface for the attachment of muscles, tendons, and ligaments. Now, the blood cell formation, the red bone marrow found in the connective tissue of the certain bones is the site of blood cell production. In organic salt storage functions as a storage depot for many of the body needs, for example, calcium, potassium, sodium, and etc. The types on the basis of development include membranous bones, cartilaginous bones, and membranocartilaginous bones. The types on the basis of region includes the bones of the axial skeleton and the bones of the appendicular skeleton. The classification includes the types on the basis of development, which includes again the membranous bones, cartilaginous bones, and membranocartilaginous bones. The types on the basis of region includes the bones of the axial skeleton, the bones of the appendicular skeleton. The developmental classification includes membranous bones, cartilaginous bones, and membranocartilaginous. The membranous bones are those bones which ossify in the membrane from mesenchymal condensation. The examples include bones on the vault of the skull and facial bones. The cartilaginous bones are the bones these ossify in the cartilage and thus derive from preformed cartilaginous models. Examples include thoracic cage, vertebral column, etc. The membranocartilaginous bones are the bones, these are partly ossify in the membrane and partly in the cartilage. Examples are clavicle, mandible, and temporal bones. The regional classification includes the axial skeleton and the appendicular skeleton. The axial skeleton includes the bones of the skull, thoracic cage, and the whole vertebral column. The appendicular skeleton includes the bones of the limbs, the pelvic girdle. The types of the bones on the basis of shape includes long bones, short bones, flat bones, irregular bones, pneumatic bones, and sesamoid bones. The long bones has elongated shaft, which is diaphysis, two expanded ends, which is epiphysis. The types include typical long bone, which is humerus, femur, and ulna. This is humerus, this is femur, and there is a ulna. Then there are miniature long bones, which includes phalanges. Then there are modified long bones, which includes clavicle. Now the short bones include carpal and tarsal bones. These are the short bones. Then flat bones include body cavities, skull, ribs, and scapula. The pneumatic bones are certain irregular bones contain the large air spaces lined by epithelium. Examples maxilla, sphenoid, ethmoid. They make the skull light in weight, help in resonance of voice, act as air conditioning chambers for the inspired air. These are sinuses, basically frontal sinus. Above the eyes, there's ethmoid sinus. In between the eyes, and there's a maxillary sinus on each side of the nose, and the sphenoid sinus behind the nose. Now, the sesamoid bone, these are the bony nodules found embedded in the tendons of the joint capsules. They have no periosteum and ossify after birth. They're related to an articular or non-articular bony surfaces, and the surfaces of the contact are covered with hyaline cartilage and lubricated by a bursa or synovial membrane. Example, patella pisiform bone. The types on the basis of structure according to the microscopic approach, there's a compact bone and spongy bone. According to the microscopic approach, there's a fibrous bone, lamellar bone, woven bone, dentine, and cement bone. Now, the structural classification are subdivided into microscopic and microscopic. Microscopic approach, there are two bones, compact or spongy. Example, the compact is in the context of long bone. Cancellous or spongy bone is the part of the bone where there is a more empty space, porous, and less bone tissue. Example, the inner part of the long bones. There's a spongy bone. And this is a compact bone. Now this is the typical long bone, which is apophysis, which are two ends in the long sharp diaphysis. There is a marrow cavity, epiphyseal plane, articular cartilage. The microscopic bone features has fibrous bone, lamellar bone, woven, cement, and dentine. The fibers, these have more fibers in them, also known as immature bones. Example found only in fetus, sockets of alveolar bones and sutures of the skull. The lamellar bone is the most of the mature human bones, whether compact or cancellous, and composed of thin plates of bony tissues called lamellae. Examples formed on the periosteal surface of the diaphysis. The woven bone occurs initially in fetal bones in adults. Woven bone is created after fractures. Example seen in the fetal bone fracture repair and in cancer of the bone. The cement and dentine. Cementum is a specialized calcified substance covering the root of a tooth. It hardens to act as an adhesive glue. Dentine is one of the hard tissues of the teeth which constitute most of its pulp. Example occur in teeth. The callus, the bony healing tissue which forms around the ends of a broken bone, is called as callus. Thank you so much.